Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Again with you, Omar from Brownsburg Motorsports, and today we have a 2013 Fiat 500 Pop. And exactly like the name says, we are hearing a popping noise in the front, and specifically it's coming from the shock or the shock mount. Anytime you go over a bump, it's more like a thud or a pop, but you hear it like you feel it like basically in the dashboard. And it's mostly coming from the front driver side, but we're going to be replacing both shock absorbers and shock mounts on both sides. And these shock mounts are not the regular standard shock mounts with the three studs and you bolt it on from the top. The design on these are different. So we're going to go ahead and jump straight to it, and I'll share the links in the description below for all the parts and the tools that we used. So let's go ahead and jump straight to it. All right, so now we have the wheel off. The first thing we're going to disconnect is basically the harnesses that goes through the shock itself. So we have the brake pad wear sensor, a slide in there, so we just pulled it out. Then we have the brake line over here, or the flex hose for the brake caliper. That one, as you see, is just attached with this clip. You just pop it off with a plier. And then we have a 16mm nut for the sway bar link. We're gonna remove, and then we'll move on to the top. We're gonna spray some WD-40 on there. It's because it's seized. I don't know the last time it was open. Then we're gonna try and pull it out. Yep, just like that. That's miracle juice for you. Got a second wire as well, and we might pop it off from the top, just like that. We might. Depends on how much clearance we will have, but I don't think we'll have to. Then we have the
wheel speed sensor.
The wheel speed sensor. That's for the wheel speed sensor? Oh, I thought that was for the brake pad wear sensor. Oh, this is a Fiat. I was thinking BMW. Oh, duh. This is for the wheel speed sensor, not the brake pad wear sensor. Yeah, that's the ABS sensor. I don't think we have to remove it, Jeremy.
Think we got enough room?
Yep, we should have enough room, yeah, because this one slides in into the strut. Now we're gonna go ahead and try to get that 16mm nut for our sway bar link. All right, so the impact didn't work on that nut, and the sway bar link from the back, it doesn't have a slot for a wrench. So what we're gonna use is we're gonna use a 5mm Allen key or hex head socket while we use the wrench, and I'm gonna show you how we can do that right now. All right, we have our 16mm wrench on there. Excuse me. And that's how we take off the nuts on these sway bar links. Perfect.
15 on this side, 15 on that.
All right, just like Jeremy said, now that we have the sway bar link off, 15 on the side and 17 on the side. We have these two bolts that holds the knuckle to the strut. So we're gonna go ahead and we have our wrench on there. That's the first one. And the second one. All right, now we have our transmission jack. This bolt here is stuck, so we're gonna grab our hammer and slam on it a little bit. Well, I don't think that's gonna work. Yep, we're gonna need a bigger hammer for that. Perfect. There we go. Now our shock is off the knuckle, and we do have enough space to get it out. We're gonna go ahead now and lower the car, or actually just we can access the bolt from the top right here. That's the nut we have to remove. All right, we have our 19mm socket, and we have our wobble head, and we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get this. Jeremy, here, I have an idea. Hold on, let me see. The other, that extension is wobble head, so try that. All right, and just like that. So as far as the shock mount, it has two As you see, this is the plate on top. That's the that's the plate on top. That's the 19mm nut for it, and that's our shock right there. Right, so since we didn't get a shock assembly, we're gonna disassemble the shock, remove the actual shock, remove the shock mount, and we're gonna keep the spring and the boots over here because they all look like they're in good shape. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. This is a bar nick or Braynick 7600, by the way. This is a very, very, very worth a tool. It's one of those tools that will make your life easier, especially for a mechanic shop. If you're a DIYer and you're doing this at home, you can get a kit from Amazon. I'll drop the link in the description below for it. One of these coils compressors or spring compressors, they call them. They are very handy. 18, yep. So it's an 18mm nut on the top. I'm gonna hold the shock while Jeremy. Nice. All right. Now our shock comes out. That's what we're gonna transfer. We're gonna transfer the bump stop over here because it is in good shape. As you see, it's in good shape. We are gonna keep the boot as well because it's also in good shape, and we gotta grab the new parts now. All right, that's our new KYB strut, and as you see, it comes in with the bottom piece, but we are gonna transfer this. So let's go ahead and push that in. There's enough, and then we're gonna bring our shock from the bottom. Oh, I get that nut. Just gonna get the nut on top. Jeremy, could you hold the camera? Jeremy went ahead and put that shock mount on there. Then he's gonna handle the nut. All right, so we have a 6mm. The stud is 6mm, and then the nut is 19mm. So we need to hold it with a wrench, and then with the socket, 6mm hex bit. And that's how you're gonna tighten that nut.
At least till we get close.
Go ahead, Jeremy. I'm gonna hold the shock on the bottom. That's why I said use a, if you can use a wrench. Yeah, okay. The reason why the stud is quite long comparing to other conventional or regular shocks is because this has that sleeve on top that we removed first thing. Got ways to go, Jeremy.
Huh?
You got ways to go.
Oh, I know.
Almost there, though. Getting close.
I'm gonna let that rest there.
There you go. That's good. All right. Now, okay, so for you guys now watching, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that the spring in the bottom is sitting properly with the edge here, and Jeremy's gonna start releasing the tension on the spring. There we go. Perfect. All right, as you guys see now, we have our full shock assembled and ready. The only thing we're gonna have to add would be the plate on top and the nut for it. So let's go ahead and jump to that. All right, Jeremy's gonna feed the shock from the bottom and align it. And while he does that, we're gonna throw that plate on there, and then we have the nuts. At least get it started.
You got the plate concave down.
Yep,
with the
yep.
little fingers in the way.
All right, Jeremy, leave it, drop it. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it looks like the only way we're gonna be able to tighten this is the same method that we just did the shock mount. Basically, it looks like, oh, it's a 6mm for sure, it's the same stud. 6mm, and then the socket was 18 for this or 19. Let's double check. It's a 19. Okay, so let me grab the tool so we can do that. All right, so now we're gonna get our socket in there with an extension. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but it's not gonna be hard either. Let me remove the extension and see if I can work it like this.
Impact.
Oh no, we have to.
Yeah, you can't move the.
Yeah, you can't move the. So we're holding the stud, or we're holding basically the shock, so it doesn't move, and then we're gonna tighten this nut slowly. And just for efficiency purposes, I just want to show you guys the steps. Let me see if I can zoom in, so I can show you. So as you see, that's the nut we are tightening right now, and the stud, the 6mm, is holding it. Camera is in the way, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this, and I'll show you the final result here in a second. All right, so slowly but steadily with the wrench and our 6mm hex bit socket here, we were able to tie that completely, and now the shock, as you can see, it's held on in there. We're gonna go ahead and get the car up again, and we're gonna show you what we're gonna do next. And before I forget, this is the cover that goes on there. So make sure you pop it back in. I don't know what exactly we'll do, but it was there originally, so we'll go ahead and make sure it's there. All right, so here we are back in the bottom now. We are gonna lift up that, we might need to lift up the knuckle a little bit until we align those bolts. I think that's good, Jeremy. You got it. Trying to align it.
Yeah.
Bolt from this side, not from the other.
Still needs to come up
Just a tad bit, yeah.
not down.
There we go. Perfect. We got the first one started. We just need to smack it for it to come out the other side. The second one. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and tighten those two and move on to the next step. So now we got everything, we got those two bolts tightened. So we're gonna go ahead and push that ABS speed sensor harness back in there. And then we have the brake flex hose, and we're gonna grab the clip from the old shock, and we're gonna set it on there so that way we don't lose that hose and it doesn't come off. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbolt this now. We should be able to release the tension on the jack. So now let's see if we can. Okay, that's right there. All right, Jeremy went ahead and put that clip on there. It's very easy. You hook it up from the bottom and you just got it to the top. And now we're gonna grab the 5 hex bit. It was a 5. Yep. And our wrench. Other side. There we go. Here, I'll give you some space, Jeremy. And we're gonna tighten that slowly, and that should wrap up the job for this car. All right, you guys, just like that, the job is done on the driver's side. We're gonna go ahead and do the passenger side, but it's gonna be the same process, so I'm not gonna keep you guys with me. But I'll make sure I drop the links for the parts that we got. KYB, really good brand for suspension. I'll drop the link for those parts in the description below. Also drop the link for some of the tools that we used and the tools that you need. Now, if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comment section below. And like always, make sure you like and follow for more.